Welcome back to Optimize Health, where we're making easy, healthy, and delicious meals. Today we're going to talk about some natural ways to mimic Ozempic-like effects. And this would be with just our diet as well as maybe just some lifestyle tweaks. So Ozempic works, if you're not familiar with it, by being a GLP1 drug. And what this is in the gut. It has a lot of effects to help with satiety and to help with the interaction between the microbiome and our body, which in a lot of ways it's like the neurotransmitters that are created in the gut and how they communicate with the brain, and that is a big influence on different cravings we may or may not have, and our mood and our perceived energy. And our perceived energy, it may be a reflection of how much energy actually is available, or maybe not, but we can feel better and we can get more nutrients out of it. You should talk to your doctor, healthcare provider, or veterinarian to see if any of these recipes, suggestions, or contents of these videos are right for you. Nothing contained in these videos are intended to be taken as medical advice. Use at your own risk. Our food, if we're eating healthier things that work with our microbiome so that they can work with us. So for some natural Ozempic effects, we're going to look at some things that increase the production of GLP1 naturally in the gut, because we all do make some naturally. The medications just, they increase it like maybe 1,000 times more than what we naturally have. But you can certainly feel quite a few benefits from just doing some natural changes to the diet. So increasing our dietary fat intake is going to increase the GLP1, especially if we're going to replace carbohydrates, in particular processed carbs, which we probably shouldn't really be having anyway. And that's going to be helpful along with increasing our fiber intake. Fiber is going to increase the gut bacteria, our friendly gut bacteria, because they're the ones who like fiber. It's the bad gut bacteria that don't like fiber. They like the processed foods and the really rapidly absorbing carbohydrates. But with fiber, our friendly gut bacteria are going to increase production of short-chain fatty acids. And this is great for healing and repairing our gut. Our body cells in the gut, the bacteria actually have a better symbiotic relationship with them in that way. And it's also going to help to increase the GLP-1 production. Another thing to focus on is making sure we're getting enough protein, because that's going to help us feel more satisfied. Protein takes a bit longer to digest, and also a lot of times our cravings might be because we're missing some, micro or macronutrient component, and protein is critical. Our bodies, we can't make that, so that's a necessary component and macronutrient to consume, and a lot of people are under consuming protein. So making sure you're getting enough, approximately 1 gram per pound of your ideal body weight would be really good if you could get close to that. The next thing to list would be bitter foods, and these can be they can be enjoyed in salads, because we're able in salads to kind of throw all kinds of things in there, and you can balance your bitter greens with some sort of a sweet berry or like a savory nut. You can put some spices, you have maybe some olive oil, vinegar, or if you want to do a different type of dressing, kind of just helps to make it less bitter to taste, but you're still getting all those benefits of those bitter herbs or those bitter greens. And these are great because our gut bacteria love these, but also a bonus is that the bitter greens, they're going to help cleanse our liver, and that's just going to help make sure that anything that's kind of backed up in the digestive system is going to be exiting appropriately. This will help, prevent that bogged down kind of feelings that sometimes, like a mental fog that people sometimes get. And I think that a lot of times it's because there are some toxins that our liver's not able to handle appropriately, and that's because we're not able to flush out that system of detoxing normally every day. So the bitter greens will help increase the flow of bile, help increase the liver processing, and anything that's backed up in the gut is going to come out, and then anything that or other toxins, like the air we breathe, the water we drink. These are all going to have toxins. Your liver has to handle all of this, okay? So the more you can clean your liver, the more it can handle life, and you're going to feel much better. And the last thing I wanted to mention, it's not least by any means, but the apple cider vinegar is a really great option, especially if you're going to be having some carbs, because it can increase your insulin sensitivity. And if you're going to have like a higher carb meal, you could have some before or even afterward. It's shown to reduce the blood glucose level maybe like 4%. You could also do another small lifestyle intervention, which I wanted to add in, and had previously mentioned this, is especially with high carb meals or holiday, meals, you can't turn down someone's pie or cake or whatever this is you're going to eat. But if you can't do the apple cider vinegar, either kind of just before or just after, you can go do some air squats in the bathroom, or try to get your family outside for a walk after the meal, or just even whatever you want to do, like doing jumping jacks for a minute, getting your heart rate up, getting the blood flowing. But using the bigger muscles in the legs, ideally, is going to help you to have a place for that excess glucose and have it not circulating around in your bloodstream. I hope you guys find some benefits from this, and would like to hear back about any suggestions or requests you have for other topics. Thank you, and please like, share, and subscribe.